What is happening, everyone? Bashar Katou here, Amazon FBA seller from beautiful San Diego. In today's episode, I have an amazing guest and my very close friend, Nick here, who is the founder of. Man, help me with the name again. Sorry, I'm gonna mess that up.
So it's Theriot. It's
Theriot, awesome.
kind of like
Theriot
saying
Solutions.
T-E-O.
There we go. So Theriot Solutions, a digital agency that helps personality brands scale with paid advertising. So Nick, my man, how are you today, bro?
Oh, dude, I'm doing great. I just got back from the gym, actually. Had a little Chick-fil-A and kind of just been chilling, waiting to get things started with you. So
Absolutely, man. That's amazing. So I've known you for some time right now, right? We've done some business in the past, and I think that was a total success. And yeah, man. So I really want you to kind of tell us about yourself a little bit. You know, go back where Nick really started with entrepreneurship. Explain kind of how you really got started with it. What did you do before that, and how did you really come to being the person you are today?
all right, so the whole story kind of starts back in 2008. I was literally 5th, 6th grade. I just got a PlayStation. And I was really into the whole like Call of Duty franchise, and I would always go on YouTube and start watching videos and stuff of tips and tricks and stuff like that.
Right.
And I found out people were making money posting videos on YouTube, and I just got like an immediate hook of like, oh my god, people are literally doing what they love and they're making money online, like not having to leave the house, playing a video game. And at the time, that was all that my life was like video games and stuff. So immediately found that out, and that's what sparked the online hustle, what really got me hooked on just making that online money. So fast forward probably about 2-3 years, I started up a YouTube channel. During that period of time, I started uploading gameplay videos and stuff, and I really got into like editing, After Effects, Photoshop and stuff. And I would literally charge people to make simple backgrounds and stuff, video edits and stuff. And I mean, I didn't really start making money from it till like probably like my sophomore, junior year, where I was making an additional $100, $200 a month. And I mean, the hours, the amount of work I put into it, I put like 40, 50 hours per video for a client, and it would be like $75. So that's kind of what I did all through like middle school, or towards the end of my middle school, high school years. And that's what really kind of got me to just a little tip of like entrepreneurship. And at the time, I didn't think anything of it. Like it was literally just, hey, I'm in school on the side, I'm doing something I love, that's it. Like
making money.
Exactly. And then once I got to college, I was like, okay, I'm gonna find a real career and stuff. At the time, I was thinking about going to some type of like movie production and doing the special effects and stuff.
That's awesome.
But then I realized, again, the hours and just getting that paycheck and everything was just not something I really wanted to go towards. So senior year comes around, I graduate, and I was working for a landscaping business, a lawn and landscaping business, and I was making decent money for my age. During the summer I'd work full time, during school part-time, and I just got tired of the heat, doing all the physical labor and stuff, working 10, 12 hours a day outside in the sun, cutting grass, pulling weeds and stuff. And I remember one day I was walking back towards the trailer, we're loading up all the equipment and stuff. I was just like, something's got to fucking change. Like, I cannot do this anymore. I need to, college is starting. I want to be able to enjoy college, have fun, go to the parties and stuff, the typical movie stuff.
That's right.
And I need to find something. So I got into, I watched a YouTube video of a lady, a girl, 22-year-old buys a Lamborghini Gallardo. And this is when I found out about Amy Sangster and Lewis Mocker with Infinite Prosperity. And it's Forex trading. So I literally took like a whole week's check and was like, hey, because at the time I was really into like modifying my car, my truck at the time, just buying parts. Horrible return on investment. And I was like, okay, you know what? Instead of blowing my money on this, why not just put it into something and invest? I mean, if it makes me $1 million, cool. I had no like really limiting beliefs at the time, but also I had some very unrealistic beliefs at the time, like, oh, look, I'm gonna take this course and next year I'll be like multimillionaire.
Right.
So not happening.
Unfortunately, that's how 99.9% of people are out there now. So
Exactly. And the course did manage my expectations with that, and I was like,
right.
fuck. So this is actually gonna take a lot more longer than I thought. But so yeah, we're about mid 2015 right now. I take this course and everything, get into entrepreneurship. And I want to start financial trading, forex trading, and I needed to wait to fund the account with money because it takes money to make money.
Right.
And people are averaging about 10% return or 6% returns with compound interest. It grows pretty quick in an account, but you need the money to start. Right. And so I was like, okay, what's a side hustle I can do? I love working on cars. Why not start detailing cars on the side? And I remember bought some products to detail mine. Someone offered me $100 to do theirs in like 2 hours. I'm like, I'm getting $10 an hour at my part-time job doing landscaping out in the heat all day. And I just made $100 for 2 hours of work doing the same physical labor and stuff, just a better amount of money per hour in a sense.
Right. Absolutely.
So start that business up. I needed a way to scale the business. Again, part-time business. I'm doing this in college. And I need to wait to scale it on a budget. And, you know, I'm 18 years old now, or 18 years old at the time.
Right.
And I needed a way to scale. And there was no way I could go spend, you know, hundreds of dollars on all this marketing material and stuff. I guess you say flyers, posters, all the typical stuff.
Right.
I'm like, what's a way I can do it now that is cheaper and I have more control? And again, you know, with my heavy technical background of learning all these fancy programs and stuff, I've always had an ease to really go in there and, you know, learn something quick. So I found out about Facebook ads and I just was blown away from the day one. Just the ability to start off with $5 a day. I mean, it was nothing, you know, $5 a day. I take $20-$30 off a job that we would do. And I put it towards, you know, Facebook ads, and I was able to scale the business pretty quickly. I mean, our second month in business, because I did have a business partner at the time, he just kind of helped out, and I needed, you know, like I said, we started with like our second month in business with the Facebook ads. I started aggressively, I guess you could say scaling at that time aggressively, which was like $500 a month for me. And I mean, we were making $2,000-$3,000 back in revenue. Business. And again, this is just part-time in college, and ended up quitting college after my freshman year. So I only went to college for a year, but during that time, I, you know, launched that business. I quit my job. I've been self-employed since 2015.
That's awesome.
And quit my job, focused pretty much on the detailing business. I did that for about 1.5 years, and then I was like, you know, the detailing business is a great business, but at the time, it wasn't my purpose. It wasn't something I really loved to do. It was something I was doing on the side with the original goal to fund my trading account, which I ended up just, I was not consistent at all with it because I was working so much between the detailing business and going to college that dream just kind of fell through. But I got an amazing amount of value from that course of learning how to get into entrepreneurship, the mindset you need, the personal growth and stuff. So with all that, I started to really fall in love with the Facebook ad side of the detailing business. And I mean, that was like my favorite. That started to be my favorite part about the business. We would, you know, work the full day. We'd take a bunch of pictures of the vehicles we finished. And then I'd go home and I would post them on Facebook. I'd take the ads. I'd time I was just boosting a post because I didn't know anything about the ads manager. I fell in love with it. And I watched a webinar, it was Sam Evans webinar, and this was back in 2016 during the summer. And I watched this webinar, and I took literally all the free stuff of like, hey, you know, how he was going to like, I think it was hot water heaters he was doing for hot water clients. And I was like, you know what, I can do that too. I was like, this is easy. I'm literally just hitting boost a post and, you know, boom. So that's when like I got the digital marketing agency kind of bug that bit me. When I first started the business, I think I spent a whole month just on the website trying to design the website. Because at the time, like I had like all these like things I wanted to achieve with the business, but like no clear. I was trying to do too much at once. I mean, I'm gonna start a digital marketing agency. I'm gonna do Google AdWords. I'm gonna do Facebook ads. I'm gonna learn SEO and stuff, and like just trying to spread myself all over the place. And you know, picked up a few clients. first client was a car shop, or not a car shop, a dealership.
Right.
And, started running their ads and stuff. It was great. I was making my first little bit of passive income.
Right.
Or in a sense, digital income.
Right. Absolutely.
Passive.
Absolutely.
So started doing that and everything, and started from there and just picked up a few clients, different ones. I did it for another car business. I did a little bit of website design, and kind of like all over the board with the digital agency. So, and then I niched down. I still own the detail shop, and I pretty much do more of the operations on that side.
Right.
And the obviously the advertising and stuff. And now I do a little bit of consulting with Facebook ads. I work with a few personality brands. And that's my favorite part, is working with personality brands, because I love just the selling of digital info goods online.
Absolutely.
Because it's so instantaneous. Like, you drive traffic to a page, your numbers, boom. You don't have to rely on sending leads to a local business that has never had any, I could say, experience of closing cold leads or stuff like that. I've had a problem in the past with that.
What happened? We lost Nick there.
I'm still here.
We lost you there, buddy. What happened?
Can you hear me?
Let's give him here a minute. He'll probably service back up. Probably just the camera thing. Let's see here. Anyone watching, stay tuned. We're going to be back here in just a moment. It'll be just a second. So as you guys see, I'm just going to, there we go. There he is. He's back.
I really have no clue what happened to me. I can still see you and everything like that. So
hey, no worries, man. You're good. So yeah, keep going. You were saying that you're now working with some personality brands, and that's kind of your passion, your main thing that you like doing.
Yes. So I really love personality brands. That's kind of my favorite thing. I love the idea of human to human selling.
Right.
So which I know so many people have, like, I saw something that was like, there's B2B markets, there's B2C markets, and then but all sales is human to human.
Right.
I love digitizing someone. I used to create a lot of YouTube content, and I still actually kind of post here and there. In fact, I'll probably take this interview and post it on there too. But I post here and there on YouTube. I've always loved to provide value to others. In fact, one of my older channels, I was able to grow up to like 3,500 subscribers, just posting tutorials on how to use Photoshop and After Effects and stuff. And that's actually still up on YouTube. And I'm still getting views and everything like that.
Right. Absolutely. But, really awesome.
Oh yeah.
So that's great. So here's the thing. So you touched on a couple of really important points, and by saying that, you went from going to school, going to college, and then also having like a traditional job, right? Like a 9-to-5 kind of, a physical job that a lot of people, kind of are trying to get away from and things like that. So what I want to kind of ask you, and I'm going to go into the personal brand stuff and the agency and all that, because honestly, that's what I'm really interested in. But what I really want to get out of this interview for a lot of the people that are watching today is the fact that you were going through the routine or the norm, right? You were going through the norm, the same, kind of following the footsteps of what's socially, approved, or what's socially like the right thing to do, right? Which is have a job, go to school, graduate, and then do whatever after. So what I want to ask is, what was the shift? Kind of what made the shift? Like, why did you decide that? Because I know you said one day you were putting everything, back in the truck, and you're like, something's got to change. Like, I'm not going to do this forever, right? And then you also mentioned that you were going to school, but then you dropped out of school. So what I want to understand is what made the shift that something's going to change, and then dropping out of school and then going into entrepreneurship full time.
So I think a lot of stuff kind of just compounded to make the final decision.
Right.
But yeah, the pivotal moment for me was, I was loading stuff up to a trailer. I said something got to change. Even if I'm still going to school, like I literally just need a side income to make money so I can focus on school and also live life during school, and not be like stuck working 8-hour days and then like trying to make ends meet in the middle of going to school and studying and stuff.
Right.
And God, one, just being that course, the course opened up my mind because when I was going to school, I was going for mechanical engineering.
Right.
And I wanted to open up a machine shop because I live in Lafayette, Louisiana, and our area is very oil field based. The oil
Okay.
field, depending on
Yeah,
how it's doing, drives this economy. And I even noticed it in the detail shop when the oil field's booming, in a sense, where our area is at, everyone wants to blow money.
right.
And, eating out, buying vehicles and stuff, it supplies the economy in our area. And when it's not booming, everything's like frozen.
Right.
So at the time, the oil field was booming. So I'm like, I want to make a lot of money. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to become a mechanical engineer and open up a machine shop, which in reality is today, I'm like, that's pretty stupid. I could have just paid a bunch of mechanical engineers to do the work for the machine shop. So, so I had that one moment where I realized after taking the course, it opened up my mind to this entrepreneurship world that, okay, so I really don't need to go to school for that.
Right.
So I entered school like, hey, I kind of don't feel like
I don't mean to
here now.
How much did you invest in that course?
$500 US dollars.
Okay.
So, and I was back in 2015. So a $500 course at that time when there wasn't a lot of people in this space, or at least well known in this space, definitely seemed like a lot of my time. I mean, 18-year-old dropping 500 on a course.
Right.
So, and I mean, that was the easiest sell too, because I literally found out about that brand within 2 hours. I purchased the course. So, and both of those mentors are still in my life today, and they've, regardless, I didn't make any money with Forex trading, with what they taught me, but the mindset impact they have on my life is priceless.
Absolutely.
So
definitely. But, this is something that I tell a lot of people out there. Like every person that I look up to, and I'm always saying this, is education. Like you need to gain self-knowledge. You need to self-develop yourself, right? You need to invest in yourself before you invest in any businesses, which is kind of why a lot of beginner Amazon sellers, like in my space, get pissed at me when they ask me, what is the number one, advice you would give me? I'm still starting out. And I say, invest in yourself. They're like, oh, you're just trying to sell your program. I'm like, no. I'm not selling you my program. I'm not even telling you I'll mentor you. Like I have a whole process of myself to go through for me to even take you on. I don't just take on anyone. You don't have to buy my stuff. I'm just saying, invest in yourself. Before you invest in any product, invest in yourself. And you're very right when you said you made no money with Forex, but it was the eye-opening. Like the first course I ever took, $497, the course sucked. The mentor sucked. The course, and the whole thing just sucked. But it got me where I am today. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't because I made the commitment and I made the investment into that course, I wouldn't have been here. You know what I mean? So that's the thing that a lot of people need to really understand and get that, like, self-development. You need to really invest in yourself before you invest in any other businesses. Now, tell us about what exactly you do today. How does the company work, your consulting company, your agency work, and how can someone watching today who wants you to help them, how can they reach out to you?
Definitely. So the way my business works, I purely help people with just the Facebook ad side. I've been doing, I've grown a large awareness now of how Facebook ads work. I mean, like I said, I started off with boosting a post to now learning how to do multi-layers of marketing, not multi-level marketing, but just being able to add depth to our marketing with each business. I've learned a lot of neuropsychology and stuff, which I think is key to what separates a good Facebook ads person to just a standard one. I know one of my clients, they were running Facebook ads originally before I came in, and just did free consultation where we literally went through the ads manager and just showed them a few tips and tricks. And the people that were running ads before wasn't even speaking to their target market. So I learned a lot with just the the copywriting side and everything. And what I purely focus on, like I said, is the Facebook ad side, the copywriting side, working with the personality brand of helping them create the content they need that will sell people. And I'm not talking about like actually going there and filming it for them, like, you know, guiding them with a script if they need a few basic key points to talk about. And you know, I really don't do any like Google AdWords or anything. I've learned to purely focus on one thing. There's a quote, I forgot who said it, but it was like, you know, you can either go a mile wide and an inch deep, or an inch wide and a mile deep. And ever since I've heard that, I'm like, wow. So it completely changed how I run my business from the client scouting. I know, you know, me personally, I've worked with some clients in the past that weren't perfect fit for me. You know, they didn't have their shit together yet. They didn't know how to either close cold leads. They may not have had a product yet that was proven. You know, they still have some bugs to work out in their campaign. And while I can definitely help them out with that, that's not my area of specialties.
Right.
You know, I purely work with the Facebook ad side of someone who has all their stuff together and is looking to scale their business now. You know, that's already making sales organically and is looking to go from there and guide them of how to, you know, grow to the 10-figure, to 5-figure, 6-figure, 7-figure months from there. That's pretty much what I work with. And, you know, to define a personality brand, because I was in a meeting the other day and someone was like, well, what's a personality brand?
Right.
So Bashar, he's a personality brand. You know, anyone that monetizes themselves. I'm a personal brand. Grant Cardone, Ty Lopez. I would say Gary Vee, but, you know, he is a personality brand, but he doesn't make his money from selling products to you guys. So, or he does a little bit, but, you know, like the digital product side, that's, you know, my specialties. Cause like I said, I love it. It's instantaneous with driving, you know, traffic to a page, and you convert some, because obviously no one gets 100% conversion rates.
So that would be nice, right?
That would be nice. That'd be very nice. And, you know, I love the digital products. Like I said, it reduces some of the errors in the sales cycle, as if, you know, there's some digital agencies that, you know, create leads for, say, dentists or chiropractors. I still have to supply leads for my other business I own. And there's a lot of human error involved. You know, they might have like a bad day, get on a sales call. I'm like, hey, these leads suck. I'm like, well, you know, you didn't follow up with them. You called them once, they didn't answer, and you went to the next lead and never touched that lead again. So I love the digital product side, where it's literally just driving traffic to a sales page. And, you know, it's all comes down to the math after that. You know, drive 100 people at $1 a pop. So you spend $100 to drive 100 people to a page that converts at 20%, you know, on a, you know, maybe $50, $100 product, $200 product. So you definitely be spending way more on the ad spend for that. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what I purely focus on right now. And what I do a mixture of done for you services, where I take on a client and I'll do all the Facebook ads for them. And I also do a little bit of done with you services, where I'll consult with their team, which I think last consulting deal I just did was actually with a client that's outside my realm, but he was a good friend of mine, and he really needed some help, and I pretty much helped him. He was doing lead forms from Facebook ads, and he wanted to integrate Facebook landing page with ClickFunnels and stuff into his ad campaign. So another digital agency helped cut down his lead costs significantly. He loved it. So, but yeah, so that's two types of services I offer, and really it just comes down to if you have a team already, and you just need to raise their awareness, their perspective on Facebook ads, because you don't know what you don't know, and help them run their ads more efficiently. Or, hey, I don't have anything. I do these ads a little bit here by myself, or maybe I have my niece that thinks she knows what she's doing with social media, and I'll let her run a little bit, dabble with like $400 or $500 ad budget a month, nothing crazy, and then I'll be like, okay, just look, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna help you out, we'll take care of it. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much what I do in the agency space right now.
That's incredible, man. That's an awesome thing, and the fact that you actually have found out this space, and you made it your business to really go into a space, learn it, understand everything in it, and then launch your own business within it. It's an awesome thing. And I mean, man, look, you're how old right now? 22, 23, right?
22. I turned 23 in December.
Okay, so 23. I mean, I don't even know what the hell I was. Actually, I had just bought my restaurant at 23, and total disaster. So you're way ahead of me. I know that for sure, because you definitely have a successful business in front of you. So that's an awesome thing. Now, what is one thing that an entrepreneur, or I don't want to say an entrepreneur, a wantrepreneur, I call them, right? Someone wanting, like someone in your shoes, you know, in 2015, 2014, that's working a dead end job, whether if they are in high school, college, out of college, 30 years old, 40 years old, they're working a dead end job. They've been doing it for, you know, the while now, and they've been following the norm, like what society says is the norm. They went to college or didn't go to college. It just doesn't seem that enough is, you know, nothing is enough, right? But they want to, you know, they want to convert and go into entrepreneurship, but they're just paralyzed in fear. They don't know how or where to make the move or what to do. What is the next step? And then they're watching all these YouTube videos and all these gurus, you know, shouting at them. What is the one thing you would tell them to do today that might change their life or might change their outcome or put them in the right path?
So the kind of the way I got into it and stuff, I tested a lot of shit. And marketing was always the one thing that kept standing up. And in today's society, it's so easy in a sense to get started with a business because, you know, a few years ago, I'm going to say a little bit longer, like 10, 15 years ago, you know, to start a business, I mean, that's talking about getting a mortgage, getting a shop, getting a physical location. Oh, maybe even getting hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt to order a product that to put online that maybe will work.
Right.
Now with this age of digital products, it's crazy because if let's say, you know, you are working full-time job, exactly like what you said, you know, you cut out the Netflix 1 hour a day, you know, maybe 2 hours a day, depending on how much free time you have. You just start learning a skill, start reading a bunch of books on things that interest you, right, and finding a skill or finding something that interests you and becoming a expert at that. Right. For me, it was Facebook ads. I just kept learning. I mean, even today, I'm still spending hours on it every day, learning more about it, learning more about the psychology and everything like that behind the marketing. But just find something that really gets you excited. And then from there, just start helping others and providing value to others that need that specific skill. So let's just say it's Facebook ads. Just start reaching out to people, providing value to them for free. And they will see that. They will see that drive in you, and they will either one offer, you know, for you to help them work alongside of them, offer your services monthly fee, or they might share your services. Let's just say if they don't need your services or your product, if that's something that you're going into, then they might give it to their friends. They might share with you in your network. Right. And again, this is all something you can do 2 hours a day while at home. Majority of people have a laptop. Majority of people are a computer. Majority of people have a phone. Right. I mean, there's so many possibilities online, and that's a good thing and a bad thing because people get paralysis analysis with the amount of opportunities. So it's good to research quite a few, really understand the pros and the cons of each one of the different things. I know you do a lot of Amazon. That's something I never really got into was selling my own product just because it is a larger upfront cost, which, to be honest, I mean, the amount of money I spent on educational material and Facebook ads and stuff, they were probably about the same as upfront costs and stuff. So, yeah, learn a new skill or get exposed to a bunch of information, learn a new skill. Maybe you need to learn a few and just figure out which one sticks to you.
Absolutely.
Not to really plug anyone in here, but Lewis Mocker, highly recommend you looking it up. He has a product called the Purpose Process, which helps you kind of find your purpose and allows you to link multiple different things that's happened over your lifetime together to really figure out your top like 3 things that really drive you and motivate you and make you happy. Right. And you can use those things to kind of pick which product or service you want to go into, what type of business you want to go into. So yeah, find a skill you love. Once you find that skill, start reaching out to people online, offering that service or product. I know I just have a friend of mine who started an art business, right, and she was like, hey, you know, what's some ways I can grow it? Right. Said, okay, here's what you can do. Go DM 100 people and offer our influencers, 100 influencers between 25 to 75K followers on Instagram. Offer your service or your product for free as long as they give you a shout out. So starts reaching out to people because she was going to do a giveaway at first. And
Right.
that's going to attract the wrong type of buyers. So she started marketing to, reaching out to people, and she picked up an influencer that's of a decent size, and boom, there you go. A lot of exposure right then and there. And now she has more exposure and stuff, more people reach out to her business and stuff. So now with online, it just makes it so easy. But again, it's just testing a bunch of different things, and don't be scared. Just do it. Not to be cliche and everything with the Nike thing. So, but it's every day you push, every day you wait is another day that's going to delay your success, maybe by a day, a few weeks, a year. So every day you stop doing the successful habits as well delays your success by a few days, few years, months, weeks, etc. So
absolutely,
that's probably my best advice.
Absolutely, man, definitely. And I think the best thing you said was really just do it. Like I guess so many people that are just hesitant, and as you said, they've been waiting. Oh, I tried to go into it last month or last year, but I just haven't because of this and because of that. So really, just like taking action, like literally taking action is the one thing that differentiates those who have from those that don't have. Now, not to getting technical on everything here, what are 2 things you would tell those trying to go into the space of learning how to do Facebook ads, the whole digital world and paid traffic? What would be 2 things you would tell them? So someone is a completely newbie, what would be 2 things you would tell them that they need to watch out for?
Watch out for, or just to kind of like learn in general?
I get both, either or.
Okay, so honestly, the first thing I would do, let's just say if I would go back, first thing I would do, get Russell Brunson's book, Expert Secrets and .com Secrets.
Oh yeah.
While they do have a lot of really good books on psychology and stuff, like I'm about to buy Breakthrough Advertising, which is $120 for a book that covers a lot of buyer psychology and stuff. But expertsecrets.com secrets is like a $40 investment, and so it can get you upstate really quick.
Right.
Next thing I would do is with Facebook ads, originally I was just boosting a post. Do not boost a post at all. So
right.
Yeah. And then I would go YouTube, start looking up Ads Manager, learning how to use the Ads Manager, running campaigns from a different perspective of just, like I said, click and boost a post and stuff. And you want to create content that demonstrates to your buyers why they should buy from you.
Right.
So that could be establishing your authority, providing value to them, that you're credible to it, as well as tapping into some of their buyer motives, which, for them, it might be, oh, look, I really want to make more money. Will this product help me? Sure. Here's exactly how it will help you out and stuff. So, which I goes kind of like in copyright and stuff. But so yeah, learning how to use the Ads Manager, creating video content, and each video, pretty much the goal is to just demonstrate to people that why they should buy from you. Go into the Ads Manager, you target your ideal audience, and you want to create 3 different ad sets. This is going a little bit more technical, but 3 different ad sets, each about, let's just say $5 a day just to get started, and target 3 different groups of people that you think are your ideal audience.
Right.
And from there, run that for 4 days, figure out which one gets the best feedback. Obviously, there's so much more to it, but that's just an easy way to kind of get some traction, get some exposure. So I know Russell Brunson, he gives some really good advice with is every day, record a video, take out your phone, record a video, maybe 2-3 minutes long. Again, demonstrating why people should buy from you, why your product or service they should buy from you. Every day, create a video, target your ideal audience, spend maybe $20-$30 on it for a few days, and you will have one video that will take off because it's just the law of numbers. You do something so many times, you keep changing it, you will have a success. You post on YouTube, and I post on YouTube, and we both know every now and then we have that one video that's boom, blows up.
Absolutely.
And that's pretty much what you do with Facebook ads and stuff. Is every day you're posting a video, and I forgot there was one guy that I was listening to. It was Russell Brunson and Ty Lopez, and Russell Brunson gave that advice to that guy. And this guy was like 6 days in, and he was just like kept messaging Russell saying like, hey, dude, this is not working. I can't stand this. Like, I need some help. And Russell's like, just keep at it. 30 more days, or however many more days till 30. That 7th day, he uploaded a video and built a 7-figure funnel with that one video.
Wow.
So, yeah. So that's probably my biggest advice right there is just start creating content, boost and target your ideal audience in the ads manager, and go get, expertsecrets.com secrets. I'm not affiliated with Russell Brunson at all, but I just think he shows and demonstrates everything so easily to understand compared to like some of these other books that like I'm reading, but it's a little bit more advanced, a little bit more depth, but the two expertsecrets.com secrets provide so much value for so little that it's really good books to get started with.
Absolutely, man. Definitely. Now, anyone watching today, if they want to reach out to you, have you manage their ads, have you manage their campaigns, what is the best way to reach you?
You can simply add me on Facebook at Nick Theriot. You can reach out to me on Instagram at Nick Theriot _. You can reach out to my business page, Theriot Solutions. You can find me on my website, nicktheriot.org. So there's a few different ways, but honestly, Facebook's the easiest way. Send me a friend request, and I pretty much accept and talk to everyone. So it won't be too hard to get in contact.
Absolutely, man. So once again, guys, if you all are watching right now and want Nick to take care of your ads, if you don't know what you're doing or you think you know what you're doing, but you just want to scale, make sure that you contact Nick. He is tagged in this post, so be sure just click on his name, add him, send him a message, and just reach out to him, talk to him. As he said, he'll talk to anybody, really. Nick, my man, I really appreciate you doing this. This was really cool. Really cool. Awesome stuff. Awesome content. Any of you guys watching, if you guys have any questions for me and Nick, drop them in the comment section. Would love to answer your questions. And as you know, every Monday and Friday, I bring an entrepreneur like Nick that has a product, service, or just an inspirational message to share with you guys to help impact your lives, as it is part of my movement in 2019 to impact the lives of 2,500 people. Aside from that, thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here with us, Nick. I really appreciate you doing this, my man. I'll see you guys.
Man, it was a pleasure.
Absolutely, man. See you guys next video. You guys have a great day, and take care.